What's up, everyone? This is Ink here. This is the final war of the season versus ISO8a. Today I'm going to be using abs with the Immortal Abomination synergy that makes him poison immune, and I'm going to be using Shuri. Shout out to Crisp for this strat here. I'm going to Invul and Mystic Boost, and I'm only going to use my SP1, and I was told to be in Uru. I've never taken this fight before with abs, so this is good that he can take this. So we all know that Black Widow Clairvoyant, after she throws a special, has like a nasty repair right there. But my reaction time was great, and I was able to get out of the stun from her and just be able to milk it out through. And also the good thing about her throwing her special one or heavy is it's going to feed my pause timer for my form. So this essentially just gives abs super strength right here. 28 hits and she's down to 35. And got a passive Fury on me, and going to get the regen as well, and because I mediumed and got my passive invulnerability. This next fight is going to be abs versus 26 Immortal Abomination, which is poison and shock and bleed conflictor, so I can't parry either. I do not know what Arbin's doing. I don't know if he's checking to see the health of this Immortal Abomination, because I was at work trying to get to this. And then this fight also has a corrupted armor. Well, when the armor falls, armor break can fall off. So this fight was kind of tricky, I'm not gonna lie to you. And so are these next ones as well. Let's see. Yeah, right there, it has Shift Conflictor. And I'm just going to try to maintain my SP1 here and stay into Uru. Since he has poison on himself, he already triggers Conflictor. So you can see he's going to throw specials willy-nilly. I'm just trying to get to my SP1 and keep on going to refine. Right there, I am not going to parry at all. I don't want to trigger Conflictor more, even though the poisons right there will trigger for Immortal Abomination. Take an SP2, which definitely hurts, but since I'm poison immune, it doesn't affect me, and I don't get poison on me, and he can't go into his toxic mode. Toxic Husk. Right here. Yep, just going to cycle my SP1s. Got the regen triggered right there. So essentially free healing, since I'm medium, and got the passive vulnerability as well. SP1. It's a nice and slow fight. You just got to watch the power, because it can be tricky that way. And yep, it's a pretty easy fight. I'm, like I was showing, the mediums, just intercepting, and an SP1. And I'm just dodging right back again. Abs is such a tank. I love taking them. So this fight, I was kind of worried about with Shuri, and because I've taken Domino on other places and also on EMP, but this is on bleed, shock, and also where you get one eye open, so anything you do while they're stunned will come right back and damage you. I know I could use not Domino here, but abs here, but Shuri is a direct counter to Domino and does not take any of the lucky damage or any of that, because her AAR cannot be reduced. And then she is also shock immune, so she can take half this node as well. So I'm going to switch to tech boost right here, and to be able to take my fights for this fight at least. And I'm going to throw on an advanced power boost, because I want to get to SP1, throw my shocks, and have them shocks convert into critical shocks. That's when the damage is really going to kick in as well. And that's the first thing I would do is going to parry and then SP1. The lucky thing is it starts in shock mode. I'm going to watch out for heavy, because Unforgiving. Don't want to get hit by that. I got one shock on right now, but then I have my precision going up. And I have my armor, which you get from the global armor burn thing. Sorry, excuse me. And as you can see, I'm just parrying and just waiting out the bleed, because I don't want to get any bleeds on me. And I have 15 passive armors right now. Recycle my SP1, get the critical shocks on, and that's when I'm going to try to go to work here. As you can see, I have one shock and then the rest are critical. Just dodging back and waiting. And right here, I get kind of risky, and I go to also hit during the bleeds, and I have 5 bleeds on me. And as you can see, I'm ticking down. If I waited and was a little bit more patient, I wouldn't have even lost any health. That's the sad thing. And the bleed's almost done, and she has me cornered. But I'm going to fight my way out of here. She unlucky evaded me because I didn't throw my attacks, which you can't. No one can evade Shuri's attacks, like auto-wise. So there you go. 50 hits on a 9.2 bleeding shock, one and an open domino. This next fight is going to be Abs versus Wiccan. I've taken this fight before, but he was more SP2 friendly. You do not want to go into shock, because if you're shock immune, he can degen you. You don't want to do that, and even if you're buff immune, he can degen you as well. He's a really tricky defender, especially right there, unless you have a straight counter like Kingpin actually wrecks him. So with Abs, I'm just going to try to get to my SP2 or SP3 and not even worry about Uru at all. I had to turn on my Mystic Boost back on because I want everything in safety right here. So I do go with my SP1 still, then go with an Involve, and I'm just doing some combos. The good thing is, when the shock mode is on, he has such a high energy resistance in Magma, the shock practically heals him. So it doesn't hurt at all, really. But the bleeds is also a get me. So I do SP2 right here, and as you can tell, he's at 68%. I'm just going to take these into the block, and it's going to hurt a little bit. Hurt quite an amount. I had to clean my phone off right here, so I paused it so I can try to get my inputs back right so I don't noob it up. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to die here. So here's back to shock, and he also has the Eyes of Steel or whatever it is, where the passive armors make him Nerves of Steel, make him more like sturdy technically. As you can see, the shock is over right there, and I'm just hitting into the block, which I'm almost running out of my magma form since I didn't get to refine it again. But I'm going to try to get to my SP2, but he threw his SP1, and that is going to be a slight little problem because he heals energy damage back. So if he has any energy damage on him when I SP1, he's going to regen back like crazy, which I believe happens. I got hit right here. I believe happens right here. Nope. Yep, right here. And he's just regenning all the way back to 76%, which I'm like, oh god, man, that just turned out really bad. So I held my SP2, get to my magma, and that's where I'm going to try to do my work here. And I'm plowing him down a little bit, and I'm just trying to get him done. I'm not even worried about my health at the moment because I'm just trying to get my SP2, and I got bleeds on me, but I switched to Uru real quick, and I did not get degen because he didn't throw a special, which is good. And he was at 3 bars of power, and that's just scary. We ended up losing this war, 18-3. New season coming up, long break. We can get the new blood in and start to get to work as soon as the rewards come in. I ended up going deathless this season. I went 51-0. Took a lot of niche fights with Civil War and Shuri and Abs and Overseer and that. But just expanding my resume. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.